A small group gathered Monday morning in front of the Whole Woman's Clinic in Northwest Austin. They were there praying for the end to abortion and for the state law that many believe will do that.
We hope they'll keep the heartbeat bill in place, that we could still maintain that.
At the same time, 1,000 miles away at the U.S. Supreme Court, oral arguments were being heard regarding the new Texas law. It prohibits abortion after a heartbeat is detected, which typically is at the 6-week stage of pregnancy. The law does make exceptions for medical emergencies, but not for rape or incest. Audio from the hearing in Washington was live-streamed on the court's website. During the 10 o'clock hour, a critical exchange about constitutional rights was started by Justice Brett Kavanaugh and continued by Justices Amy Barrett and Neil Gorsuch.
We don't get to pick and choose among our rights. We're supposed to enforce them all equally. Why does this one get special treatment?
This law is different.
A key part of this legal fight is whether or not abortion providers or the Justice Department should be able to file federal court challenges to the Texas law.
If this exact law were issued by a state that wanted to be hostile to gun rights, your argument would be the same, would it not?
It would be exactly the same, because the threat here is to the supremacy of federal law.
Those challenging the Texas abortion law took the tone of the questions, especially from Republican appointees, as a good sign.
I think you heard today the state of Texas admit that if Texas can do this with the right to abortion, then with Brown versus the Board of Education, a state could have gotten around the Supreme Court's decision in Brown by allowing anyone to sue for $10,000 or more someone who is integrating a school, and that the federal courts would have been completely powerless to do anything about that.
After the hearing, Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton and several state lawmakers who sponsored SB 8 were cheered by supporters. The group promised to protect the lives of the unborn.
As you know, this bill does something that hasn't been done like this in Texas before.
It was unclear how quickly the High Court would rule, or if it would issue an order blocking the Texas law or require abortion providers to ask a lower court to put the law on hold. The Supreme Court is expected to move fast. That's because they are scheduled to take up the controversial Mississippi abortion law in early December, and that's considered by many to be a direct challenge to Roe v. Wade. At the state capitol, I'm Rudy Koski, Fox 7 Austin News.